Hi everybody, I'm Ashley from The Styled Wife, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a beachy wave that really only takes me about 5 minutes, and it's really easy if you're running late. I do a little bit of blow drying, but for the most part it's air dry on the go. And I use a couple different products for it. I use this Got to Be in place. You guys can see that. It's actually kind of like a little pomade. It's my husband's, and I think it works really well. Doesn't give you that kind of gelled, slick look. It's just a nice, drier, just kind of natural look. And I also use the Garnier Fructis hairspray. All this stuff you can get at your local drugstore. And this is not an aerosol hairspray. I just think it's better to not be breathing in all those fumes. And I find that it works just as well. Although you do need to get a strong hold. This is a 4 out of 5. So, and then you'll also use your blow dryer for just a few minutes. So, and then really it's air dry from there. So I'm going to start by showing you guys how to do this. Okay, so as you can see, my hair is wet right now. I just got out of the shower. So this is how I always start, and then I'll take a little bit of the Got to Be, and I'll just kind of rub it on my hands, get a little bit in there, not too much, otherwise it will get kind of crispy. So I just rub it in there. I don't really put a lot of water on it, and I just run it through my hair and get it on all of the strands. I do have naturally wavy hair, so it tends to curl pretty easily on its own. And just, you're probably going to want to use a little bit on each side. So some of you who have really straight hair, you may need to use a little bit more hairspray or a little bit more pomade to kind of get the look. And then there's another thing I will say that makes a huge difference, and that is the cut of your hair. If you can see, I have lots and lots of layers, and they start out up here, but I have long hair. I mean, it's very long. So that's one thing I'd recommend. If you want a lot of body and you want your hair to lay really nice, you need a good cut with lots of layers. I just found that before, I had a lot of layers at the bottom, and I didn't like the way it looked. It was very flat here and big down here, and it wasn't a straight all the way down. It just looks so much better now. So I'll just kind of run all this through my hair, finishing up. Really pay attention to the ends. I just don't like my ends to look fuzzy. And run it through the back. And then I do blow dry a little bit on the crown of my head, just so that I can get a little bit of that volume that sometimes when your hair dries, my hair is very fine and it tends to just go flat. So I do kind of do a little bit of blow drying, and I do a little bit of scrunching, just a little, to kind of give it a little bit of that curl, but I don't want it to look too curled. Otherwise, it starts to look like I've just got a perm. So I just want that natural beachy wave, and you can kind of see how it's already taking shape. And as you are doing this and you feel like there's some spots where you need a little bit more, throw a little bit in there. And then I like to pay attention to underneath my hair, because I have very curly, frizzy hair underneath. And I like to just get a little bit in there so it's not frizzy. And then so basically I'm just going to blow dry, but you guys obviously don't really need to see that. So I'm just going to blow dry a little bit, and I'll just take it in little sections, and I hold while I blow dry so that I can get that volume and get it to stay like that. So I'll just kind of take the crown of my head and do that real quick, and then I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, so I just finished blow drying a little bit on the crown of my head, and like I said, I just take it and I'll kind of push it up a little bit like this, and I will blow dry while I hold it like that, and then I just kind of go around my head, and I will flip my head upside down real quick. Do it literally, I was just in there for about 2 minutes doing that. So, and then this is what you can see. It's already getting kind of fluffy, but it's not crunchy. And then the nice thing about this paste is that if you have little spots where it's a little bit, like if you've overprocessed your hair, you have lots of kind of like dry ends, you can just take the pomade and run them in the end and make them a little bit smoother. So my last step is I just take my hairspray and I will spray it kind of again at the crown of my head, and I will spray and hold and just let it set. I think that's one of the things that I found works really well for me, is to spray and hold it for a few seconds and not just like let it fall back down, because then you lose the effect. So I will just spritz a little and then hold, and then again in the front. Sorry, it's hard to do this without seeing what I'm doing. So a little bit of, I may spritz a little bit. And then I'll like to take my back, spritz a little, and then hold just for a few seconds. And this stuff really, I mean, this will hold super well. And as you can see, I already have this nice beachy wave. And I'll just take the sides a little bit, hold that, take this side a little, and then I will kind of hold this a little bit more because sometimes it can start to fall. So as you can see, I now have a nice beachy wave, and then I'll just kind of take these other spots and spray those just to kind of set my style. And really, if I'm, obviously since I'm showing you this, it takes a little bit longer, but if I do this in the morning, it takes me 5 minutes tops and I'm out the door. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys and it saves you some time. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email, or you can leave me a message on Facebook or right on my wall on Facebook. So again, it's The Styled Wife, and thanks for watching.